The Jack Welch of future cannot be me. This is in quotes.
Cross-cultural competence.
He's taking decisions.
What are the similar traits between?
They definitely look for wild success.
With reference to supply chain. Hi Irfan, in the recent past, I have observed that there is a surge in requirement of data analytics in corporates. Can you explain why?
So guys, what makes data analytics so special? Let me give you another insight on a powerful quote by Eric Schmidt, who was a former Google executive, who said that from the beginning of the mankind till 2003, we have generated 1 exabyte of information, and 1 exabyte is equal to 1000 petabytes, which is equivalent to 1 billion gigabytes. Right now, we generate that much information, guess in how much duration? It's just 2 days. So until 2003, we were at a stage, we were stagnant, we were progressing and so on. So imagine the power of data, what we have. It's much more expensive, much more valuable than the gold, oil, what we possess. And let me bring you to the different stages of analytics where we can put such huge data into use, which we call big data. The first stage is the descriptive analytics, wherein the power of single variable is extracted. As in from manufacturing processes where we have different stages. If we need standardization into those individual processes, we need to bring in descriptive statistics, and that is nothing different than average, mean, median, mode, skewness, kurtosis. But to extract meaning is the real gold out of the existing process. So once you have gone through the process of standardization, comes the next step, that is the predictive analytics. And when I talk about predictive, I cannot leave out the concept or the topic of Bitcoin, wherein in 2009 or 11, the price of 1 Bitcoin was around $10 to $11. Right now it stands at 47,000. It went to all high of $65,000 to $70,000. So there are secret millionaires among us who had bought Bitcoin back then. And that is where predictive analytics has been used to the maximum extent at its best possible manner. In finance, in retail, in industry, mostly in the stock exchange industry. So if you're able to predict better, you're able to come down to a good number. And the most used or liked technique for this analysis is the regression technique. Now coming down to one of my favorite, wherein I would give you an example of how the human bladder was used for profit maximization by One Airways, which is all Nippon. It calculated how much content or how much fluid can a human bladder hold, and why was it needed is to reduce the fuel consumption that each flight had to put in for carrying from one destination to the other. So it started rewarding passengers for visiting the loo before they board the plane in order to reduce the fuel consumption, and they were able to save $100,000 for that matter. American Airlines did one such wonderful prescriptive analytics technique wherein they reduced 1 olive from the salads of each of the passengers, and they were able to come down to a significant savings. So there are powerful techniques in analytics, guys, and once you're into the world of analytics, you don't want to leave.